Let's do Watch This, Jerks.
Sure.
Nobody watches movies anymore. They're too long.
I watched nothing.
Nothing, because you're too busy at the gym.
Show. I played some video games. No, I can't think of anything like exciting. I watched no movies, that's for sure.
No. We watched another episode of Chimp Crazy, and I know that you're not going to watch it, Wombat, but I was thinking, like, did you have some sort of traumatic chimp experience or something? Like, you have a fear of chimps at all, or no?
No, I don't have a fear of chimps.
Okay.
I just know what chimps can do.
Right.
I'm educated in the chimpanzee.
Yes.
And I understand that no one should keep them around because they are dangerous, violent. Aren't they like the only other species that murder for fun other than humans?
No, I don't know if that's true, actually. I think that might be like
true?
That might be fake.
Something weird like that. Again, I said
ChatGPT tell you that?
It sounds like a ChatGPT. But they're like violent, messed up, sadistic animals, chimpanzees.
Well, I mean, they're not meant, like you said, they're not meant to be. But why wouldn't you want to watch a show that talks about? Did you like Tiger King or no?
Tiger King was fine.
Okay.
I watched it.
Okay, but like it's the same concept. So not the same concept. Similar concept, different twist in terms of like what happens through the story. And it gets very interesting, but it does have that violent part that you were mentioning.
I don't want the violent part.
But didn't Tiger King have that too, I feel? Didn't some arms got ripped off?
One person lost an arm.
I mean, so I feel like there's some sort of like chimp issue that
I think with Tiger King, it was very brief. And
this
also I didn't know it was going to happen. As soon as you say Chimp Crazy, I'm like, oh yeah, people are losing faces.
But no,
and I am not watching someone lose a face.
That's weird that you think that when you hear the name Chimp Crazy, because to me that sounds like very whimsical. Like, oh, they love chimps, they're chimp crazy. I don't think, oh my God, the chimps went crazy and killed people. But that's where your mind went. So I feel like there's nothing that happened like at a zoo or something.
No, I never saw anyone get their face ripped off.
No, I don't mean that, but like something else. Like it doesn't have to be directly.
I don't even know if I've ever been to a zoo that has chimps.
What? You've been to like the Bronx Zoo or any zoo?
There are no chimps at the Bronx Zoo. There's gorillas.
There's no chimps at the Bronx Zoo. They have everything.
No.
What are you, a chimp expert now?
Hold
on. I have to look. Chimps.
There are.
You know, you are a member at the Bronx Zoo, so I feel like you would know maybe.
I'm not a member this year, but I have.
But you have been.
Like every other year, we usually do.
The Monkey House ends a 111-year run. I don't know. Wait, here. See, our animals. They have a D-hole.
It's called a dole, not a D-hole.
No, I think it's called D-hole.
It's a dole.
I don't see chimp. I see gorilla. See, you do know.
I said they have gorillas.
I know you said that.
I know what animals are at the Bronx Zoo.
You do?
Yes.
Do they have squirrel monkeys?
I don't know what monkeys they have.
You just said you know what animals they have at the Bronx Zoo, and I named one, and you said you don't know if they have it.
I know they have monkeys. Monkeys are all the same.
Do they have small clawed? I feel like you may not know as much as you lead on.
I know enough of. I know the difference between a chimpanzee and a gorilla.
Do you know
gorillas? If you told me there was a gorilla show, I'd watch the gorilla show.
Even if it was called Gorilla Crazy.
Gorilla Crazy, I'm watching. Chimp Crazy, I'm not.
Let's see. I feel like you have some prejudice towards chimps, and you may not even be aware of what caused it.
I definitely have a prejudice against chimpanzees. I don't know what species. I am specious against chimpanzees.
What about a bonobo?
Bonobos are different. Bonobos are not as bad as chimpanzees, but I still wouldn't want to have one as a pet.
Shep, you may have to ask your wife about this. She may have some insight.
Bonobos are our closest relatives outside of humans.
So bonobo crazy.
Bonobos. Yeah, we have bonobos at the zoo.
But bonobo crazy, you're like, fine, you're gonna watch that. A bonobo could kill you, right?
A bonobo probably could.
Yeah,
no doubt it could.
Yeah.
So why 100%. Would you watch Bonobo Crazy but not Chimp Crazy?
I'm not watching Chimp Crazy.
Chimps
freak me out, dude.
That's it. See, they do. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't because is it because they're you learn like their muscle density? It's like Superman, like literally like Superman. Their muscle density is more dense than ours. So like a 200-pound chimp could like kick the shit out of a 200-pound man. Like no matter what, a 200-pound like ripped man is nothing to a 200-pound chimp.
No, rip his arms off.
Fucking rip everything off. You go Chimp,
Yeah,
Chimp crazy on his ass.
Go Chimp crazy, right for the face and the testicles.
Holy shit! And then eat everything. Just to eat.
Yes.
They rip and eat.
They rip off the face, they rip off the testicles, and they eat it.
Yeah.
You want me to watch?
Apparently from this my Googling here. This headline that I've come across is bonobos are the only primates, including humans, that don't kill others in their species.
Yes.
We're not in their species.
Well, right, but they also are not killing.
Well, we watched that the
bonobos.
bonobo thing on Netflix. That was a cute show. The bonobo families.
Bonobo chill.
Yeah. Bonobos. Bonobos are not so bad. Bonobos and chill.
All right. Well, there's no way I'll get you to. What about you, Chimp? Would you watch Chimp Crazy? It's really good.
Watch Chimp Crazy? Why would I watch that?
It's good. I'm telling you, it's good.
Same reason.
Chimps are eating off people's faces
and testicles.
But that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about.
That's all.
Well, no,
chimps
but the rest of it, I don't. The rest
No!
of it sounds depressing to me too.
No. The point is like the chimps are like lovely little adorable babies, and then they grow up to be big, fucking powerful, super.
They're
mammals.
nothing but muscle.
Right, nothing but muscle, and they're in like a little cage, and like one
Why do I
little.
want to see that?
Because
if it was a special about chimps in the wild,
okay, but listen,
I
but
would watch
Well, they're trying to
zoo.
get them. They're trying to. The point is like the PETA is trying to rescue the chimps, and Alan Rickman is involved. Not Alan Rickman is his name. Not Alan Rickman.
No, he's quite dead.
It's not him. It's
The
Alan
chimps got
Cumming.
him.
Alan Cumming.
Okay.
Right? So he was in a movie with this. See, now Wombat's interested. He was in a movie with one of the chimps in the movie. Okay. He was in the movie.
Any Which Way But Loose.
No, it was a movie with a bunch of
That's
chimps.
an orangutan.
No. Anyway, so.
That's all the Clint Eastwood.
They also eat testicles.
Did you like my Clyde impersonation?
It was great.
It was fantastic.
Nobody missed it. Don't worry. And so Alan Cumming is trying to rescue the main chimp in the movie, in the documentary rather, and he starred in a movie with this chimp, and he's offering rewards, and it gets Chimp crazy.
No.
Alan Cumming is the guy that looks like Pee Wee Herman, right?
Yes.
He was Nightcrawler in X2.
Yes.
Right.
But
and not in Mystery Men. Pee Wee Herman was in Mystery Men.
I saw Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming
was
in X-Men.
In Cabaret on Broadway.
Yep. He is Chimp crazy for this chimp. He's in it, Wombat. I think he mentions that you saw him on Broadway in the show.
Yeah.
He mentioned that.
I actually did go backstage.
Yeah, I remember because he mentioned it.
And I got to meet Gina Gershon, who was,
she was
in
there.
That same performance.
I remember.
And that's also when I met Liev Schreiber because he was dating Gina Gershon at the time.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good looking couple. Or was a good looking couple.
That's my memory. That's before I met my wife.
Right.
It's a long ass time ago.
Yep. So happy 20th anniversary, by the way.
Yeah. I'm wearing my gift, my new watch.
Rolex, nice.
Ooh.
It's big.
That's a nice Rolex, dude.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
What is that? The Submariner? I don't know anything about watches.
Yep, it's the Omega Mon.
Omega Supreme, is that what that is?
It's just an Apple Watch. It's an Apple Watch, but it's the big one.
By the way, the only watch that I could recognize that you could hold up would be an Apple Watch, probably, and that's what it was.
Yep.
You probably recognize one of those ones that were like the off-brand Transformers watches.
Those ones that pop off and you could turn them into a little robot?
Oh, from the 80s, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those I know.
You'd recognize that.
I had that.
Those are the two watches you'd recognize.
And the Star Wars watch.
And a Casio calculator.
Tokai's? T-O-K-A-I? Is that what it was?
Could be.
Is that burned in my brain enough?
I think that could be could be.
I feel like I'm close. I don't know.
Let's look it up. Why not? Doesn't that mean clock in Japanese or something?
I will take your word for it.
Watch.
Isn't that yokai that means that?
Oh. Yeah, we'll never find it. What else are we watching here? Charlie Hustle and the Matter of Pete Rose. I guess Chip watched that.
I did watch some of that. So that is on the Max.
Okay.
And it's a documentary series. So I think there's like 5 episodes of it. I watched the first episode. If you're from Cincinnati, it's really good because you recognize all the things. And everybody, I don't know, like in Cincinnati, people like Pete Rose.
Sure.
I think everywhere else, people do not like Pete Rose.
I don't know. I think I remember Pete Rose being like a likable character in the 80s. I mean, not likable, but colorful.
Colorful, yes.
That's a good word.
Did you like all the betting? Is that what you liked?
That part was bad.
Like, I'm assuming by the time they get to the 5th episode of this, they're just like, everybody's just like looking around, like look at all the betting that's going on now and going like
everything is sponsored by the betting.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the betting is just part of it.
It's just all part of it now. So yeah, it's well done. It's like there's a lot of interviews from like, I don't know, international or national, like known names that you would know, like that were involved with the Reds or other organizations.
Is Johnny Bench in it?
He was not in the first episode, at least. Joe Morgan was in it. Al Michaels. It's interesting because like they show like clips of like Pete Rose like being at these like benefit events, or I don't know.
San Diego Chicken in it?
Probably.
So he has the biggest role, probably.
But it like, it's weird because there's like, it's somewhat sympathetic, but also it's just like, well, this guy's just, he's kind of like just off color as well, right?
Out of
like,
control.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah. But he's like 80, I think he's like 85 or something like that.
Sure. No, I meant back then he was kind of out of control, I guess. His personality was out of control, at least.
I think still it's a little bit like that, but he's like, he really wants to be in the Hall of Fame, right? Like,
why can't they should just let him in? Like, why not let him in? Like you say, like betting is such a big part of every sport now that like they're literally sponsoring the fucking teams and the league itself. And it's part of the broadcast. And we can't really pretend that it's some really like sports at all really like wholesome, really. Like go to a stadium and like almost everything there is like alcohol vending. If you took out all the alcohol vending of a stadium, be a lot of empty space.
They'll have dispensaries there soon. Don't worry.
I'm just saying that and like sports gambling, it's not really like that wholesome of an activity. Let the guy in the fucking Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying.
And it's not like it's slippery because you don't want other people to be betting on the games. Like that are playing in the games. Other athletes betting on the games.
Right.
But he's already like, it's already over. Like he's not playing any more games. Like you've already banned him. Like he's 85 years old.
Right. At this point, we can let him in.
I think we can let him in at this point.
Yeah. It's like cruel, a little cruel at this point, and it's a lot hypocritical and a little cruel.
Right. And the guy was like winning like championships too. It's not like he was like throwing games and everything because of this.
He generated a lot of money for the league and his team and other teams probably. It's like, come on.
Yeah. So it's good though. I'm definitely going to watch the other 5 episodes of it.
These opinions brought to you by DraftKings. Use coupon code CAGcast to get something.
Yes.
I actually saw that on, advertised on Max, that documentary, and I almost clicked on it.
Almost.
It made me a little sad at the beginning because it was shot during, I don't know, a few years back, like probably during COVID or right after COVID.
Right.
And like it opens up like with the Bengals going to the Super Bowl. Like that's the time period this is at. And he's like talking about like how much he likes the like the Bengals and Joe Burrow, and like Joe Burrow is a lot like him and everything. And then like he's like, "What I bet on the Rams." All right, that's a good way to start this.
Did the Bengals win? I don't even know. They didn't. The Rams won, so he won.
They did not. Yeah, the Bengals
still talking about betting too, which is good.
Yeah.
Maybe just keep the betting stuff to yourself when you're making the documentary.
It's really easy to remember, Cheapy, because the Bengals have never won.
Right.
So it's real easy to remember.
I should know that. Shit. All right. Should we move on to new releases?
Are we moving on from politics and sports? Is that what we're doing?
And chimpanzees.
Oh no! Wait. We watched a few more episodes of Terminator 0, which is on Netflix. That's the anime, the Terminator anime. I've decided that it's good and it has what you want from a Terminator show. Like, what do you want from a Terminator show?
Arnold butt.
Terminators?
You don't have Arnold's butt.
Oh.
Terminator. Okay. Terminators. Good. What specifically do you want about the Terminators?
Going back in time to different points to try to change the future.
Okay, I thought you were describing the Terminators.
I want them to go back to like the Revolutionary War to find John Connor's great grandfather,
right?
And be like, hey, come with me if you want to stop the British and save humanity.
Right.
That would be, yeah.
Right. But the Terminator has to be like 5'4" because everybody's really short back then and he has to fit in.
He has to fit in, and he goes and he helps win the Revolutionary War and find John Connor's ancestors' proper spouse so they can make sure that they procreate and start the bloodline.
Okay. Instead of that, how about back in time to 90s
Tell
Tokyo?
me how that does not sound like a good movie.
That could be season 2. Why not season 2?
Wait, they're in Tokyo?
In the 90s. In the 90s.
So they're going after like the scientists?
They're going after the scientists. But it's different scientists and there's like an AI thing involved and you're not really sure if like Skynet is the bad guy or this AI or something. Like you're not really sure what's going on. But the point is, like Wombat said, you need Terminators. And for me, like I want Terminators and I want to see a lot through like the Terminator vision. You know, like I want to see everything through Terminator vision with like details on the screen, like scanning this, fucking looking, finding that. And it has that. So, and it's got like, violence and it's 25 minutes long each episode. And it's cool. And you watch it in Japanese with subtitles and it's fun. Mm-hmm. And you get a nice quality Terminator show in 25 minutes.